As a little girl, I loved to play with all kinds of toys. Cars, toy blocks, Barbies, stuff like that. But my favourite toy to play with was a puppet I named Boy. Boy was always so much fun to play with. He had black button eyes, a pink button nose, and a stitched-in smile, orange yarn hair, and a green and yellow striped shirt, bright blue jeans, and red tennis shoes. He was always so kind to me. When I was sad, he would comfort me. When I was angry, he'd calm me down by telling me funny jokes. I have told Mama time and time again that he could talk, but she dismissed it as something a kid would say. She never believed me. When I started kindergarten, I took Boy with me on the first day. The teacher paid no attention, and the other kids thought it was cool looking. One kid asked if he could hold Boy. I told him no, because Boy was all mine. Even Boy disagreed. The kid got angry and took Boy by the arm and tugged on him. Boy's arm was ripped right off. I started screaming, and as I tackled the kid and bashed his head repeatedly against the floor, crimson colour going everywhere. The teacher separated us and told me to go to the principal's office. I picked Boy up and his arm up. "Are you okay, Boy?" I asked. He sighed and nodded. "I'm fine. We'll just need to sew it back on and get more revenge on that kid." "How?" I asked, turning my head to the side. Boy's mouth opened and revealed a creepy grin. "I'll tell you how, okay?" I nodded and went to the principal. He suspended me for 2 weeks and called Mama to come and pick me up. Mama was mad and silent the entire car ride home. When we got home, she sent me to my room and said she'd fix Boy later. I went to my room and sat in the corner, talking with Boy. "Okay, Marionette, here's what I want you to do," Boy whispered. "I'm going to go inside your body, and we'll find the boy, and we'll get payback." I smiled and nodded. "Now, open your mouth, Mary," Boy instructed. "Mary, no matter what, you must not make a sound. Understood?" I nodded. Boy closed my eyes, and with his one arm and I opened my mouth. He crawled inside, and it burnt. It felt like fire was burning me from the inside out. I dared not to make a sound, though tears were going down my face from the pain. Finally, I felt my heart stop and my blood stop moving. I opened my eyes and fainted. I woke up in my room later, but it was dark. I couldn't see anything. "Boy," I called out. "Marionette, I am inside you now. Okay? We will get our revenge now," Boy said from inside my head. I stood up and opened the window, falling 3 stories down. I walked to the kid's house and picked the lock. I opened the front door and went down the hall and opened the first door I saw. The kid laid in his bed sound asleep. I shook him awake and he looked at me. "What are you doing here?" the kid sneered. I said nothing, and the kid sat up in bed. I raised my hand, making the kid raise his as well. I made him move his hand to his left arm. "What are you—" I shut the kid's mouth, and only muffled screams came from him. I made his right hand grasp his left arm and made him start pulling. Tears went down his face as his arm was completely ripped from its socket. I got close to his face. "Payback," I whispered.